And my God, they were getting annihilated for it on Twitter. Ferrari couldn't hit water if they jumped out of a boat. Today on the show, we talk AFL and NRL. Football, Formula One, the Commonwealth Games. An old mate takes a shoey right in front of the Warriors coach's box. First losing to the Storm and then that. This is $0 given. There are plenty of big moments in the AFL this week, one of the biggest being Collingwood successfully getting to 10 wins in a row. I mean, were they in the bottom 4 last year? They just keep on winning and Jack Gyaldem keeps on getting his head taken off. And if you still don't think that this kid isn't missing out on free kicks, I don't know what to tell you. You are lost as a football fan. Oh, but he dropped his knees, so he's legally allowed to have his head taken off. Like, no, that's not how it fucking works, you morons. Sort yourself out, for Christ's sakes, if you're one of those people. We saw Geelong win 10 in a row, and also Joel Selwood get to tree 50 games. I remember once upon a time, this guy having the same stigma as Ginnivan, and he thankfully got over that, so that's what gives me hope. But what a legend of our game Selwood is, just like Penalbury getting to 350 games. David Mundy also has played 350 games. He will retire at the end of the season. And I'm not surprised after he had this existential crisis after the Melbourne game that he finally called it in. The moment he realised he'll never win a flag. Hey, I don't think Freo's going to do it either, but it's still possible. It would be an amazing end to an amazing career. Tell you one team that won't win the flag though, Carlton. Bloody hell, they might not even make the 8. That was by far the sorriest excuse for a performance I have ever seen in a very long time in the AFL. They were, there's no other words, they were completely and utter garbage against Adelaide. I would not be shocked if they slipped out. But regardless, on the other side of Adelaide, Port Adelaide, we saw someone put up a Sack Hinkley sign on the club's big sign outside of their HQ. It's toxic as hell, but you got to admit the fans have definitely made themselves clear. Port will not make finals this season. Gold Coast probably won't either. There's still a chance for Richmond and maybe the Bulldogs, but those final top 8 places are still up for grabs. Now on to the NRL. I don't know if we can call it justice, but thank God the West Tigers got their deserved win. Big up the West Tigers. There was this fan that went a little viral because she went on the big screen and she was cheering some 6-year-old who had actually, it turns out, been battling chemo. So everyone wants this woman to be made immediately a life member. Make it happen. We saw Nathan Cleary absolutely pile drive someone into the earth, so he's going to be suspended definitely until finals. It was so bad, he actually took to Instagram after the game to actually apologize for the tackle. Nathan Cleary went to Bali after State of Origin. He'll go on a Contiki tour after that tackle. There were actually quite a few really dangerous, horrible tackles in the NRL this week, actually. Even Jackson Hastings copped a real bad one against Pat Carrigan as well. The Cronulla Sharks won an absolute thriller thanks to a Nick Hines conversion. A huge clutch field goal from him to get them the points. And I thought that Cristiano Ronaldo had a really high vertical. Look at Ronaldo, how high he got up for one of the tries of the year. Manly also went down to the Roosters as well, 20-10, and I don't particularly know why. I think they might have had a few outs for some particular reason. Yeah, who knows what's going on with that one. And also, I mentioned it at the top of the episode, finally the Storm have broken their 4-game losing streak. It'll be very interesting now with Manly in 10th. If they don't make the 8 and, you know, that this week was the reason, oh, it'll be a big talking point. NRL ladder based off how easy it would be for their loco to beat me in a fight. Dragons 1, Tigers 2, Panthers, Sharks. Oh, you could rearrange a couple there, I think. On now to the football, where we'll start off with women's football first. It's England that are champions of Europe. The English men couldn't get a trophy for 60 years, so the women said, stuff it, I'll do it myself. As this absolute modern Shakespeare put it, the Mandem couldn't, so the Gyaldem did. It's crazy how, again, they beat Germany at Wembley to secure another major football trophy. And just like in 66 with the ball that didn't cross the line, there was more controversy. Germany really should have had a penalty for a handball. It wasn't given by VAR. But it is what it is, and Chloe Kelly was the one that stuck home the winner in extra time. And I tell you what, this is definitely one of the most iconic photos ever. It's crazy how perfectly her name is showing on that shirt. The Community Shield was played between Liverpool and Manchester City. Liverpool ended up winning that one 3-1. Darwin Núñez took his shirt off and celebrated like this after scoring the 3rd and final goal. It's pretty heavy for a Community Shield. But hey, at least he didn't end up doing this, like Haaland, his opposing number 9, somehow missing an absolute sitter. Cristiano Ronaldo's been trying to get a move out of Manchester United for about a month now. He finally tweeted Sunday the King plays, and he would play for the first time for United in this pre-season. Instead, he only played 45 minutes, got substituted, and actually left the game early. And on the same day, Lionel Messi scores in a cup final, wins a trophy, gets man of the match. PSG winning the Trophée des Champions with Messi scoring the winning goal. Sunday the King plays only for Ronaldo to be slandered and Messi to end up scoring and winning a trophy. That wasn't the plan. You gotta love Neymar, who also was fantastic on the day, giving out the medals to his teammates. And in Formula One, Max Verstappen wins once again. He's up to like, what is that, 8, 9 wins this season already? He is smashing it. He started in 10th, even did a 360 at one point in the race, spinning it, but still winning it. Absolutely insane how good he is right now. But it also helps a lot that Ferrari had the worst strategy once again of any team. They went to hard compound tires, they ruined their race. No one in the history of mankind has failed at their job as much as Ferrari's strategist and kept it. And my God, they were getting annihilated for it on Twitter. Ferrari couldn't hit water if they jumped out of a boat. Strategia. Francesco needs a strategia. Joel Embiid's even chiming in like, oh, I could be a Ferrari strategist right now. My God. As abuse is no longer allowed when we speak about F1, I'm forced to say Ferrari strategists are brilliant. Jeremy Clarkson. Ferrari are so far behind Red Bull. Verstappen is so clear. Mercedes are almost definitely probably going to jump them. I would not be surprised if that happened. But other really big breaking news though is that Fernando Alonso is leaving Alpine and going to Aston Martin. Now, for those of you that don't really know how big that is for Australia, that means now there is a spot available for next season in Alpine, and their reserve driver is Australian Oscar Piastri. Are we finally going to see the F2 Aussie champion in Formula One next season? I bloody hope so. On to the Commonwealth Games though. We are so far absolutely smashing it. 22 gold medals, clear of England's 11. We got 52 in total. The Kiwis aren't doing too bad either, but right now we are dripping in gold. There's been some crazy moments in it as well. Like we basically had a NASCAR pile up in the cycling. Meg Lanning had a Shane Warne moment, dropping a hat-trick ball for Alana King. We still won the game anyway, but I don't think Alana King's going to really care. And Emma McCune became Australia's most decorated Commonwealth Games athlete ever with 11 gold medals. Ian Thorpe, Liesl Jones, she's clear of them all. We're doing fantastically so far. There's still about a week or so to go. We'll see if we can stay on top. I'm sure we'll get it done. Comm Games are so funny, like, oh, sorry about colonizing all your countries now. Who wants to play ping pong? Oh, God. Anyway, it is time now for the legend of the week, ladies and gentlemen, and I've got to make an admission. I did put this tweet out a little bit later our time, and pretty much right as the Euro final was happening, so it's going to be pretty dominated. Dominated by this person, Chloe Kelly for England, winning them the game. It's almost definitely going to be her. Chloe Kelly, she won us the Euros. Chloe Kelly, my goat. Yep, there's another one. I'm kind of a bit annoyed that no one went for Emma McCune, but still. I suppose on this occasion, the people have spoken. I'm going to give it to Chloe Kelly. Fair enough. You score a goal that wins your country its first trophy in 56 years. Fair enough. I guess if you just want more Aussie nominations, you're going to have to do it yourself. Follow me on Twitter. Get your nominations in. I ask every single weekend. But ladies and gentlemen, that will do it for me. Thank you all so much for watching. Until next weekend, have a good one. See you later, and bye-bye.